Hey Arthur, how are you today? Hey Arthur, I want to make an announcement. Lee Wolf is on a little bit of a vacation.
Oh, okay.
Like he'll be off for the next few weeks. So he took some time off. He's been working very, very hard. So we miss him, of course. Wish he would be right here, but he had to take a little bit of a break, man. I'm good for him, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I
Hey
was
Arthur,
just
I want to get started. So, you know, where you were at, like in 2020 and all that, what made you be at this point now where you're at in your life? You know what I mean?
yeah, so I'm with Shop Smart Autos, came back to Shop Smart Autos, being the director of business development. And the reason why is because the industry has shifted so much in the past 6 years. Going back to 2000 and 2020, okay, we were in a strange time, okay, unprecedented time where nobody in any industry has ever seen something like that. And with the automobile industry, is the fact that there were still customers out there buying cars, but the only problem was, that there were no cars. The whole microchip thing just threw everything off, threw production off, threw off the OEMs, and at that particular time, dealerships weren't really hurting for leads and traffic. They were hurting for vehicles to sell, right?
And Arthur, I'm glad you brought that up because while COVID, right, definitely who needed leads and definitely who needed third party leads when they know that the sales staff doesn't follow up or nothing. And right now, the biggest challenge is, and I understand why dealers say, well, no, I got to think about it. I got to do this. I got to do that. Because I would too. I would not be buying leads really now from anybody. Because if you don't have the nurturing program, why would you buy leads? You got to get your head examined, you know?
Right.
Then you
Speaking of
got
third party leads,
well,
let's
then you got mouthpieces out there. Third party leads that no good. There's that, what you call the haters that are in back of you. You know what I mean? That just jump from one place to another and keep jumping. And who needs that? But here's the thing: going to the market now and getting customers, it's a whole different thing. Let me tell you, the only reason that these customers are converting, Arthur, is because we have that nurturing program. If not, they wouldn't be converting.
speaking of which, let's go to our sponsor and show them that sponsor.
We continue to show dealerships across the country how to retain their customers. But now Shop Smart Autos wants to bring the new customers right to your showroom floor. The car they want? It's sitting on your lot. And Shop Smart Autos can bring you the VIN-specific leads that take them straight to your door. These aren't just leads. They're nurtured, targeted, and matched down to the exact vehicle. You'll sell more cars faster, and your team is going to thank you for it. Shop Smart Auto's VIN-specific leads. Let SSA show them the way to your showroom floor.
So when I'm going to dealerships, Richie, let me explain to you, and you've been seeing it too. What I've actually been seeing. Okay, so the actual dealership is dead. These dealerships are very, very, very slow. I've been talking to general managers and executive managers are saying my used car traffic is down 30%. My new floor traffic is down 25 to 35%. I don't know what's going on. And when I'm talking to them, I'm getting this kind of feedback, and they're telling me, they have the third party leads that are converting less than 5%, things like that. They're saying they're getting all these leads, they're getting junk leads, and they're telling me the number one thing that I've been hearing is that the leads that they're getting is nobody's picking up the phone, right?
Right.
Nobody's picking up the phone when the people are calling. And what happens, and I've seen it happens, is that the traffic is slow, right? You have your BDC, calling on these customers that are not picking up the phone. And as we all know, as a BDC rep, how do you get paid? You get paid per appointment. So that means you got to get somebody on the phone that's willing to pick up the phone, and you get them in the showroom so you can get your commission on that particular deal. You have salespeople that are not getting in front of customers, that are getting discouraged, that are thinking the grass is greener on the other side of the fence, that are going from one place to another to another to another. And this is what's going on in showrooms, not only here in New York, but it's going on across the entire United States.
You know what? The whole thing is that they say traffic is off, right? They say website traffic is off and all that. Traffic is traffic. What's off is Google. If you look up this, my website traffic, I have no traffic. What has changed? And you'll see in AI, or you search that in Google or whatever, and you'll see what the problem is. The problem is business is still the same as it was. The only problem is Google has changed their technology, and these websites that these dealerships have hasn't, right? That's what the problem is. I know of a major company that sells websites for a living, and they're changing their whole technology because those are for displays. Everybody uses the same old technology. I mean, I can put up that technology with no problem. It's so old, everybody has it. It's not really difficult thing. So what these website providers do is they're providing you the website at the end of the day to get big budgets from you, $20,000 or $30,000, a month on ads.
An average dealership website, Richie, what would you say their average conversion ratio traffic?
Less than 1%. And here's the thing. It's less than 1%. Now, you remember the Ford dealership that we went to. Hey, Richie, the reason we want to get leads from you is because look at this. So he opens up Facebook and he's got a gazillion of leads. Remember that guy?
Yes.
He says, I have less than 1% delivery. It's like 0.4 or 0.5.
Right.
I mean, what's that? How are you going to make a living with that? What are you going to do with that? And it's funny because we put that nurture program, a lot of those numbers, phone numbers are all fake and everything. I can't even believe it that people are filling out that. And doesn't Facebook have something that when you fill up a phone number, you'll know if it's fake? I mean, everybody has that. How can you not have that?
Right. Speaking of nurture, Richie, can you talk a little bit about how these leads are nurtured and what kind of vetting process they go through?
I'm glad you brought that up. Next week, we're going to have a special guest here to talk about that. So there's a few companies that we're going to start using with this nurturing program. And it's just, there's so much business coming in that right now I got to focus on, pay attention to different outlets, because if not, I'm not going to give the results that I should be giving. You know what I mean? So really, really good game-changing companies are out there with this AI. But Arthur, a lot of people have this conversation about AI. Okay, listen, it's not AI is nothing big now. AI is like in 1995, you having a website. It's the same thing. You know what I mean? If you didn't have a website in 1995, you're really in trouble. So that's what AI is today. AI is not a big deal. And it's a shame if you don't have AI. If you are somebody that's operating a business and you don't have AI, then really you should go out of business, really. I mean, announcing AI like AI is the biggest thing since sliced bread. It was 2 years ago. It ain't no more, because there's solutions out there. Anybody can have a white label now. I got 5 or 6 companies that are offering a white label solution. You would never know if it's their technology or whose technology it is. So AI is not really a big deal today. It's a shame if you don't have AI. That's what you got to pay attention to. If I don't have AI, what do I do?
So part of the nurturing these leads is AI, correct?
Yes, it's AI. SMS is the biggest game changer, and voice, both.
Now, what would you say?
The biggest goal is the biggest goal is appointments that show up to your dealership. That's what you want. You don't want just leads. Leads is a thing of the past.
Right.
It always
Appointment.
has. I've always said that leads a thing of the past. It's about the appointment that shows up to your dealership.
Now, speaking of getting an appointment to the dealership, with ShopSmart Auto leads, VIN specific leads, more importantly, what can a dealership realistically expect in a conversion?
Well, I say 100 leads, right? 60% make appointments, and a percentage of that show. So I know that with 100 leads, you deliver 10 cars.
Wow, 10 cars, and average dealerships. I know at least in this area, it's probably anywhere between 35 to 4,000 a copy.
Yeah.
So you're looking at probably $40,000 for the month on just 10 cars.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, who's going to say to no to putting another $40,000 in a month on their dock?
Right. Correct.
For a small investment. So 10% is a great conversion, and specifically, from what we've been hearing between what Facebook is doing for dealerships and with third party leads, some of these other companies, I'm hearing what you said with Facebook is what 0.4%, and then with other companies,
the guy said that Facebook was 0.1%. You heard him.
Yeah, 0.1%.
And then when we tried nurturing them, we figured out that 65 or 70% of the leads he gave us, phone numbers didn't exist because SMS bounced back.
Right. And so they're not getting in touch with their customers.
Well, they can. How are they going to get in touch with that? Because Facebook just takes anything as a lead. Or Facebook is an ad network. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
And there's no real work in that. Like, our leads, what they have, our leads don't come in like that. Our leads get nurtured from the first day. I mean, since 2020, we had that. We always ask the customer for information.
Right.
Because what are we going to do? Just sell a lead like Facebook? Then our conversion will be the same thing. You know what I mean? You can't do it like that. You have to ask the customer questions. You know what I mean?
Not in this landscape. Not anymore. That model just doesn't work. And I understand some dealerships are saying, yeah, they're spending, I don't know, $12, $13 a lead or whatever it is. But what is spending $13 a lead when it's not converted for you?
Well, actually, the cheapest one down in the marketplace is $25 a lead, which is JD Power Smart Leads. And they sell that same lead to you, to 5 people. There's no VIN or no nothing. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It's called a smart lead. You know what I mean? Because they got to sell it like that. That's the way it gets sold.
Right. Now I know a little bit in regards to the leads, them coming in and dealerships liking the leads, but what I've been hearing is that as the inventory, new and used inventory sitting on the lot and it's aging, does ShopSmart have anything in regards to aged inventory leads to help these dealerships out?
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up. We have the ability to take the inventory and only give you leads for your old age inventory, whatever you say old age is. If it's over 60 days, we can do it. If it's over 90 days, we can do it. And we already know, based on your feed, how old the inventory is.
Wow.
It says how long it's been in market. We already know that. So we can generate your old age inventory, lead generation.
So as a dealer, I could say, I just want leads for my inventory that I have that are over 90 days or over 60 days. Wow.
And it says it right in our form, our implementation form. It says that any lead that's over, any car that's over 60 days, boom, done.
Wow.
You would help your cash flow a little bit, I would say.
Oh, absolutely. not only helping the cash flow by bringing in a customer, it stops the bleeding with floor plan as well.
Yeah.
For the dealerships that have floor plan on their used cars.
Well, what happens is this: when you take in a used car in, right? Usually, you don't put it on floor plan. You wait at least 60 days or 90 days, at least, right? Because you make enough money. Hopefully, you can take in 30% of your trades and just put it up there and not pay anything for it, right?
Right.
Hopefully, if you're a good dealer principal and a good operator, you do that. If you're really a good dealer principal and a good operator, and your cash flow is flipping and flipping and flipping, then you never got a floor plan, right? So if you're an operator, you take 90 days and you take in the trade and you have it in your lot for 90 days. And then after 90 days, you get the thing. And the wrong thing to do is that after the 90 days, you should promote that car, merchandise it to get it off. Because if you have the good cash flow to hold off for 90 days, you should have the good cash flow to promote and merchandise that one car to get it out of there before you got to take it to the auction and lose, 25% of what you got in it.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
You see what I mean?
Absolutely. 100%. And that's a great piece of knowledge for the dealerships out there, what they should be doing, what's working today, what worked yesterday, and what's going to work tomorrow.
Right, so we're talking about 30%, right? Trading. So let's say you have to take in 100 deals, and there's 30% trade-ins. Okay, so let's take 10 deals, and you have one car that you take it and trade in. Let's say the contract is about 25, let's say 35,000, and the trade's about 15 grand. Okay, within the 10 deals that you delivered, you would make 15,000 anyway. Gross profit, right? So that covers your trade.
There you go.
You see what I mean? So you could, as a dealer, it'd be a little tight for you because you got to pay commission, you got to pay the place and all that. But it'd be a little tight for you. But you can buy the trades outright 60 days and not put it on floor plan. Absolutely. And then if you need it because you're tight with your cash flow, then that's when you go out and get floor plan. But in reality, you can, as a dealer, you keep selling and selling and selling, and you can cover that. But you got to flip your car, your inventory. Well, ShopSmart has a solution to help you, Mr. Dealer, to flip your old age inventory.
Right. And you have certain reports, excuse me, that you could actually run for dealerships and going into the analytics over the past year, that VIN retention report.
Right.
Explain a little bit about exactly how that works and how it's actually beneficial to a dealership.
Well, it's like Google Analytics, right? And you do ads, right? What is the benefit of Google Analytics, right? And you spend $30,000 in ads. What's the benefit? Why would you want to know that?
Right.
It's the same thing, right? This only retains your cars. It shows you where your cars are going. It's the same type of thing. Because people say, well, it's already delivered. Who cares? Oh, okay. So then don't run Google Analytics either. You spent $35,000. Why do you need to know? All you need to know is the results, right? So you don't need to know. You don't need to know anything else, right? That's what a dealer is telling me. I don't need to know anything else.
So right? This report will break down.
The thing is with that report, it tells you where your customers are going.
Right.
So you can have a strategy against those dealers.
Right.
Right. It also tells you you've lost so many customers, so they're not in your database. So when you do DMS marketing, you have to be able to clean and cleanse your database, because you're going to email people that don't even have that car. You know how stupid you look as a dealer?
Right.
They don't even know I don't even have that car. Okay. So that's the other thing, like I still get in my mail cars that I bought, 14 years ago. Okay.
Right. They're still marketing to you.
They're still marketing me. Not to let you know, in 2000, I bought a Honda Accord. Okay. I still get Honda to send me that kind of stuff. Like I still have the Honda, and I moved. It's not even the same address.
Wow.
So somebody's not really paying attention.
Right. Somebody's asleep at the wheel. Correct. Yes.
No, somebody's in a coma at the wheel.
Right.
Because if Richard Bello moved 8-9 years ago, and I'm still getting that car of 2000, that's 26 years ago.
Right.
This dealership keeps promoting me. They're promoting me because they like me or something, and they just want to bust my horns, or something's funny going on here, because I can't believe that after 20-something years, I'm still getting promoted.
Well, the good thing is now that, dealerships have the opportunity to go ahead and get a copy of this report, and really show and really dive into the analytics and to see the opportunities that they've missed and really how to fix them. It's a really great tool for any GM or any dealer principal that is interested in exactly how and where they're losing their business.
Yeah. You know what? I want to mention something here. So I had a car accident with a vehicle. Okay. It was my road car, the old Mercedes I had, that little truck that was old. It was 2015, 16.
Right.
Right. So it had a recall. I didn't know about it. ABS recall. Okay. So I get in a car accident, and I felt like, I'm a car guy. I felt like the car, when I hit the slams, it didn't lock in all four. So I put up the VIN number and it says recall. I tell the police officer recall. Police officer verifies. Thank God. It's in my police report, a recall. So now I got a lawsuit. I get questioned that if I knew it had a recall, why didn't I fix it? I said, well, I didn't know it had a recall. And let me tell you where that stage is. And I'm saying this situation here so it doesn't happen to another person.
Right.
Mercedes of America is aware of my case. Let me tell you the whole situation. If you buy a pre-owned car like I did, right? I bought it used with 85 or 90,000 miles. Didn't care. It was a road car. It was when I'm here to use it, or when anybody's here, they can use it. You use it plenty of times. Everybody uses it, right? It was like a road car. That car had this issue. There's a recall. The recall went out probably to the owner that bought it new. To me, they don't understand that I'm an owner.
Right.
Because they don't look at registration data. This is where data comes in. This is where data is important. There's no registration data at all under my name, because they don't do that, right? So the owner probably got a recall. He threw it out. Since I don't service a car in Mercedes, I service it with my friends that have, shops. I know plenty of people around town, Now it doesn't get reported on a DMS, on a dealer management system, so it doesn't know that Richard Bello is an owner.
Right.
Okay? So I never get that. I get in a car accident, I have a recall, they're suing me, but it's okay because now everything went out the window with the problem. Now they're investigating the car and the ABS and all that stuff.
Wow.
That's interesting, right?
It's interesting, and that just goes to show you how important data is today.
And the VIN retention can take care of that.
Right. The VIN retention.
So, Mr. Dealer, is safety important to you and your customers? Would you like to know and cleanse your dealer management system instead of sending a gazillion of emails out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. This has been a real great podcast and really explaining and diving it into to dealers. And Richie, if a dealer wanted to get started with some nurtured leads and maybe a copy of their VIN retention report, how would they reach you? How can they reach you?
Or they can reach you. They can reach me. They can reach whatever. I mean, I'm pretty reachable. 631-578-9018. I'm out there. Every platform that this is on has my number, has my email and everything.
And if you want to reach me, you can reach me at 631-438-1341.
Right. I always pick a number, right? 9018 or with the 8 ending in the 8. You know why that is?
Why is that, Richie?
I don't expect anybody to be late because when you snooze, you lose.
There you go.
And I hope that we don't start losing here. It's a really good opportunity, I think, for a lot of people. And I think that this VIN retention is key. And I actually think it's great analytics.
It is great analytics. I've seen the report. I've actually helped dealers show them the report. They say, Arthur, what am I looking at? I see, because the report breaks down of exactly how much of their customers they're returning versus how much they're losing.
Right.
And they do the pie chart and they say, okay, I'm retaining 20% and I'm losing 80%. What does that mean? And then I break it down. And when I scroll down, it shows these are the competitors you're losing to. And what I like about the report is it actually also shows if the car's been to the auction.
Right.
And, whether or not that car's going to the auction or not as well. And how they're losing their cars to the auction as well. So once again, if any dealerships want to go ahead and reach out and get a copy of their a complimentary free copy of their report, just reach out to either myself or Richie and we'll take care of you.
Absolutely. Hey, Arthur, I wanted to tell you something. You're doing a great job out there. And I look forward and keep working things out and keep doing business. It's important to keep doing business, Revenue is key.
It's a great product. It makes my job 10 times easier because the product damn near sells itself.
Correct. And we got the nurturing program, which is good. Arthur, I'm going to put a little clip here just for the audience to see.
Look what's happening at Shop Smart Autos. Now, your dealership can instantly access your SSA VIN retention reports, empowering your dealerships with the crucial data you need to retain and regain your customers. The power is in your hands. It's a simple process. Set up a quick account, log into your dashboard, and search for the dealership you want an SSA VIN retention report on. In just seconds, you'll generate the report you need. The report goes straight to your email in less than a minute, and it's also available in your dashboard. Now you have the data you need as often as every month to control this digital goldmine. Find out the VINs you held onto, the ones you lost, and where they went. Then win back your customers with Shop Smart Autos. Inspect what you expect.
Now, Arthur, I want to be clear. Shop Smart Autos Inc. INC, right? INC. You go on there. You can log in. Boom. You log into that report, and you log in, and you see $150 a report, or you want to get groups. So we have a lot of companies on there that have the group stores and all that stuff, and we give them a discount if it's an automotive group. So you can log in there. It's all you pay that right online. You don't have to go through us or anything. Boom. Shop Smart. Bang. Our merchant account's on there. And that's it.
Awesome. Well, this has been a really great show. And I'm looking forward to seeing what we're going to continue to do with Shop Smart Autos.
And marketing agencies, we also have a few of them that have logged in, but they have the full the whole country they want to run. You know what I mean? Some marketing agencies only want to run certain parts of the country. So we can do that for you too. We can put as many as you want or as only one. It doesn't matter. That report anybody can run, and it's real simple to run it. All you got to do is what that video showed you. Put in the dealership, hit it, and within seconds it populates the report in a CSV file.
Once again, if you want to go ahead and get that report, you can contact me at 631-438-1341, or you can contact Richie at Richie, what's the best number?
631-578-9018, and please don't be late.
All right.
All right, my man. Thank you, Arthur.